My name is Joe Buchanan, Systems Engineering Manager with Lancope. Do you ever find yourself overwhelmed with users and management wanting to know why the network is running slow or why systems have been built a certain way? Not understanding the complexity and taking things for granted as far as how long it takes to figure out what's happening inside of your network. You don't know where to start or what to look for. Do you dig through system logs? Do you deploy sniffers? Both of which are very complex and time-consuming. Is it a security issue, a networking issue, or just another system-related event?
Logging into the StealthWatch management console, you're provided a single pane of glass to provide overall network visibility and operational awareness. Let's take a look at how the StealthWatch management console and StealthWatch solution actually works. The StealthWatch management console will be made up of one or multiple flow collectors. Each flow collector can scale up to 1,000 routing and switching devices that are flow capable at a rate of 40,000 flows per second. One management console can scale up to 25 of these individual collectors. So within an overall solution, you can monitor 25,000 routing and switching devices that are flow capable at an aggregated rate of 1 million flows per second throughout the overall solution. Let's take a look at this global dashboard, which provides a simple summary of what's actually happening once we start monitoring flow data within an infrastructure. So you'll immediately see exactly how many active internal hosts and external hosts are being monitored, with the current domain monitoring 5,500 internal hosts and 39,280 external hosts. StealthWatch will summarize every single one of your routing and switching devices that are sending flow data and show you how many interfaces on that device are transmitting and receiving packets, with real-time visibility in what the current inbound and outbound utilization is of any link on those specific devices. Simply drilling into the interface itself will bring back a detailed view of exactly which conversations are consuming the bandwidth inbound versus the conversations consuming the bandwidth outbound, and a historical trend of what these links have actually looked like over time. Going back to try to find easy access to any system that may be malfunctioning or a security threat inside of your network. Out of all of these 5,500 internal hosts and 39,000 external hosts, StealthWatch provides a measurement called the Concern Index, which helps isolate or bubble up any system that should be investigated. That system could be a security threat, or it could be malfunctioning and just causing performance issues within your network. So taking a look at this host of 10.201.3.24, which happens to reside in the Chicago segment, he's 648% above his normal concern level. I can also identify that he's running Citrix and NetBIOS as a server, and previously these systems or these applications have not been seen on this specific system. So right from this global view, we see changes from a specific system inside of the infrastructure. Drilling into the IP address opens up a detailed view or host snapshot of what this system is doing inside of the network. Within the snapshot, you get a view of exactly what this system looks like inside of your network, from the last time it's been observed to a detailed definition of where these concern points have actually come from and who's being targeted by this behavior. Any current active conversation where this host is currently communicating with, how much data he's sending outbound or receiving from the specific host he's connected to, into the identity of the actual user that's logged into this specific IP address, all the way down to which routing and switching devices this host is transmitting and receiving packets through, as well as all of these devices, which system is electronically closest and which interface is electronically closest to this 10.201.3.24, which happens to reside in the Chicago segment of the network. So in addition to give you an overall view of all of your devices that are transmitting flow data and what the current inbound and outbound utilization are, and a simple pointer into any type of system that may be causing issues throughout your network, StealthWatch will take all of this data and also trend it and understand what the data flow looks like coming into your network, as well as data flow transmitting or leaving your network, broken down by applications and services that are consuming most of the bandwidth. In addition, as long as we're monitoring in core devices and seeing that internal to internal data flow, StealthWatch will help you understand exactly what that internal data flow looks like. And if you see any large unusual spikes of data transfers, simply double clicking on the picture StealthWatch will retrieve and display the conversations that were behind those large data transfers. So now we're looking at all the internal to internal conversations that were occurring on January 25th at 4:15 p.m. And it's summarized and sorted by the conversation that was consuming most of the bandwidth. With this conversation between 10.201 3.8 and 10.201 3.44 running SMB, that transmitted over 1.52 gigs of data at a rate of 43 megabits per second. To summarize exactly which services that have been utilized throughout all these 347 conversations that attributed to that pattern or data transfer internally inside the network, we get a breakdown of all the services and applications actually being utilized. Of all the conversations, a breakdown on all of the hosts that were acting as servers, as well as a detailed list of all the clients that were accessing these servers. Stepping back, if we need additional details inside of our network and understand exactly what's occurring, we can go into any business unit or segment and simply bring back a dashboard view to get detailed views of what's happening in these various pockets. It'll initially give you a detailed view of what traffic flow looks like into that specific pocket of your network, as well as traffic flow leaving that pocket of the network, and internal to internal data flow, as well as a detailed audit of every internal system that's intercommunicating. If the system happens to be a virtual machine, StealthWatch will tag that with a little V indicator to let you know which assets are virtual and which ones are actually physically on the network. Flipping over to the security section, StealthWatch will provide visibility into any kind of security threat that may be bubbling up into specific segments of your network. Whether the host has raised a high level of concern, or if there was a laptop user that was out on the internet, got infected with a new worm or virus, and came and plugged into a conference room and started propagating this new worm internally throughout your infrastructure. You'll get a historical view of any of these alarm conditions, with easy drill back into exactly when these conditions occurred, taking this worm propagation alarm. I can see on January 25th at 7:39 a.m. that this source host of 4.2.1.231 within the data center looked to be propagating a worm over TCP port 445. StealthWatch will not only give you these details of when these behaviors occurred, which can in turn be sent out to a syslog or an SNMP collector, or send a notification to you via email. But drilling into the alarm details, you can actually get a picture view of exactly who that initiating host was, who was that first host that became infected with this worm, who he connected to, and in turn how this host started infecting other hosts throughout your infrastructure. So all this information is organized into simple views that have easy workflow and navigation to really expedite problem resolution. So in this quick overview, we illustrated exactly how StealthWatch will consume massive amounts of flow data, organize all this information for you, and give you easy access to reports, whether it be from a security context, host views, or traffic statistics from a network operational perspective.
By leveraging and analyzing NetFlow, CFlow, JFlow, SFlow, or IPFix from your routers and switches, StealthWatch delivers end-to-end network visibility that is not possible with traditional monitoring solutions. Regardless of network topology, StealthWatch delivers real-time visibility information to a number of IT groups to provide relevant intelligence to security, network operations, server groups, and others, a powerful historical context of network activity. StealthWatch operates as a single pane of data and enables fewer people to resolve problems faster, with less escalation of problems to management. By eliminating the need for overlapping technologies, StealthWatch dramatically simplifies the network troubleshooting workflow and reduces the ongoing cost of managing network operations. For more information about how you can benefit from NetFlow-based network visibility via Lancope's StealthWatch and how we can optimize your network and security operations, please contact us to learn more. Thank you.